What up, you guys? So I got this video, came across my recommendations actually, and it says, I'm 50 years old, Japanese man, and I'm really worried about my future. What should I do? Now, I'm gonna react to this. What I like about these types of videos is I love seeing what older people have to say about life and just what's going on. I do since I'm at my job, I work with a lot of younger people too, and it's just really interesting to see what people have to say and what they're thinking about it. So this guy has about 20 years on me, and so let's just go ahead and hear what he has to say about this. Let's see what this video is about.
Hi, today I would like to talk about my feeling. I'm really worried about my future and I don't know what should I do. I'm 50 years old, a typical Japanese office worker. So the reason why I'm feeling I'm really worried about my future is this. So this is my chat
And brought out a
summary
spreadsheet.
explaining myself. So I'm 50 years old now. I just turned 50 years old now, the other day. I know that many of you may say I'm I look like younger than actual age, but I am 50 years old. So I'm old.
Asian
I'm
genes are
old.
good.
Even though actually the 50 years old for Japanese people, it's actually medium age. So because of the Japanese society is aging society, and becoming older and older.
Wow,
The
actually, let's
average
take a look at this, right? So, 50 years old, he has an 8-year-old son, 4-year-old daughter. So, he had children in his 40s, late 30s, man. Wow. Marketing in 13 years and sales for 10 years. He has no hope of being promoted for 10 years at a job. Yeah, I tell people this all the time, jobs are a scam, man. Income above the average. Mother's 81. I'm guessing that uh, his wife, or the baby mama, his mother, is age 68 and 72. He has a degree in liberal arts, and he has a 28-year home loan mortgage.
medium age has been 50 years old. So I think I'm representing the typical Japanese middle-aged man in here in Japan, and I'm 50 years old. So, and then as I posted in another video explaining my situation, I have 28 years more that I have to pay. I have to keep payment of my home loan, my home mortgage. I have 28 years from now on. So my home loan will be finished
I'm,
when
I'm gonna say this real quick, you guys. I spent 2 years being a loan officer writing loans when 2020 was around. The interest rates were like 1.5% is the lowest that I saw. And so for 2 years, you guys, I was learning about loans. I got my loan license. I took the exam, federally registered, and I have my real estate mortgage as well. You guys, I learned real estate license. I learned so much more about loans and just this entire thing of financing, getting my loan license. You guys, a lot of the times, and it's not even to use it per se, right? Yeah, you can use these licenses to get some decent jobs, and it's sexy, right? Loan officer, real estate agent, that's a sexy job. It sounds sexy. It's not really sexy in actually doing it, but the thing about it is learning which, like, what I learned from it, you guys. And mortgages, I say this all the time, and I know you're looking at me like, oh, let me take any financial advice from this motherfucker. Look at him. Listen, you guys, real estate, you should, if you're going to get into a property, if you want to buy homes, you should plan on getting at least like 3 or 5 properties before you get your dream home. Your first 3 houses, you should look at them to sell eventually. Mortgages are a fucking scam, you guys. You're paying so much because more often than not, you guys are not putting down 20% of a home mortgage. The average home is damn near $500,000, you guys. And so 20% down of fucking $500,000, you're not putting down that much money, you guys. You're not putting $100,000 down for a property. Even if you are putting $100,000 down, you guys, it's just not a good deal. this you could do so much more with that money. And so what you should do if you're going to get a house, if you are planning on buying a property, don't get an FHA loan. Don't do that. That's like a 2.5% down, 3.5% down. You're paying so fucking much. You're gonna be trapped in your mortgage just like this. You need to buy a property with the intention of selling it within a year or two. That's the way that you do it, and you should do that for your first 3 homes, you guys. I've learned that from like when I was doing loans for some of the people, when I was talking to you guys, some of the clients that called in. I was surprised to hear that some of them had like 10 houses, right? And so I would talk to them on the phone, and that's what they did, right? And this was before the mortgages were as crazy as they are right now, you guys. They've been doing this shit for 20, 30 years, flipping houses, getting all this. They're using debt to make more money. That's the way to do it, you guys. You don't want to get into this type of situation, man.
When I will be 78 years old. 78 years old. Unbelievable. Meaning, I will have to
Work until you're
work
80. Yeah.
until I finish
Yep.
my home loan.
Yep.
Because this is another concern, big concern.
Yep.
My kids are really young. So my oldest son turned just 80 years old. He's just 80 years old, third grade of elementary school in Japan. And my youngest daughter, she is just 4 years old. She hasn't started her school life in elementary school yet. He is still in the nursing school. And then she had just started her new school life in nursing school. So again, as I explained my situation in another video, so I am much older than the average of the father of 4 years old, because she was born when I was 46 years old. Although my wife is younger than me, I think 8 years younger than me, so she's okay. But me, I don't see any father like my age in the kindergarten, in nursing school of my daughter. So in April, there was a entrance ceremony for the kindergarten, the new school year. So Japan always in Japan, new school year start from April. So that's why she had, and we attended the entrance ceremony of her kindergarten. And when I looked at fathers, the other kids' fathers, they're young. They look very, very younger than me. Of course, I think maybe they are in the middle of like a 30s.
Yeah.
And most of them looked like 30s.
Yeah.
And some of them look like maybe
20.
just above 40s.
Oh.
But I didn't see any fathers look like 50s. Even though I know that I may look younger than the actual age. But the reality is I'm 50 years old and my kids are still very, very young. So meaning, if I forget about the home loan, still I have to work. I have to keep working until maybe she will become 20 years old. So 16 years old, additional 16 years I have to work. At least this is I think minimum. I'm healthy in terms of the health, in terms of the physical, and in terms of the mental. Even though I posted weird title, video, the video's title is my life is so boring, but I'm okay. I haven't been suffering from the like mental health, mental illness, but mental disease.
Here's the fact. Here's the thing about it, right? It's so taboo to even admit these types of things, man. We need help. A lot of men need help out here, you guys. Like, he's so mentally strong to be able to really like shoulder all of this right here, you guys. Like, this is something that we're just expected to do, but when you really break it down, this right here, gotta give props to this man. Not a lot of people do this. Not a lot of people do this. My girlfriends used to get mad at me all the time because I would sit down and do shit like this. You gotta plan the fucking future out. You gotta understand what it's looking like so you know what you need to do, so you know what to expect a little bit, right? You gotta have some sort of idea of what the path is looking like before you just do shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, gotta give it up to him, man. This right here is scary. A lot of people don't want to do this right here. A lot of people don't want to look at retirement. They don't want to look at, okay, what about financial bills for my parents? Okay, what about my children? What about myself, right? You know what I'm saying? What is my income? How am I going to make all this money that's just, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, got to give it up to my man for doing this, you know?
I don't have any depression. I'm mentally and physically I'm okay. So this is not my concern. But younger kids are my second biggest concern, following by home alone, 28 years old, with 28 years more. And also I have mother. She is 81 years old. This is my another biggest concern. So I have a big brother, one big brother. And actually, me and my brother decided to put my mother into care
Oh,
center,
oh,
care home, care
why?
residence in Japan. So she is now living in a care center, care living, care home, care residence. I don't know how to say it properly. So
Maybe it's like like, I don't want to bring race into this like this, you guys, but like, well, what is it about this, man? Like, maybe it's just like, it's like, at least in my family, it's like a black thing or even like Hispanic thing. Like, you just don't put your mom or dad in a fucking nursing home. You just don't do that. You kind of take care of them. You know what I mean? I don't know. It may have been the best decision for them. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really speak and judge off of his situation because I don't really know. He's just talking about it, but like, man, would you guys put your mom or dad in a nursing home? I just don't see myself doing that. I don't see it.
because before we put into our mother into the care center, she was really bad position. Really in the
Okay.
she became mentally
Okay.
disease.
I was thinking
She
of
was
that.
depressed.
Yeah.
She was suffering
Okay.
deeply the depression
Wow.
when she uh,
That makes sense.
turned 72 or 73 years old. After 5 years, our father died. Actually, she became the mentally the disease and the depression. So that's why me and my brother decided to put our mother, into care center, care home.
Okay. Okay.
So and then she has been living there, I think, for 5 years. So her condition has been improving, I think. But as you can imagine, we have to take care, and especially my brother. My brother has to take care everything, even though they don't live together. But my brother is living near the care center where my mother is living. So
As an older child, as an older sibling, you guys, that's something that unfortunately, like, you gotta do, man. A lot of older siblings can kind of relate to this type of deal, especially if you're a man. You just kind of expect to have to take responsibility for the later years of life of your parents and just really just take care of everything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure the younger siblings also understand that as well. So that's yeah.
so this is another biggest concern, my mother. And also I have mother and father in law. My wife's brother, my wife's parents, they are living in a little bit far away from my house, like a 3 hours by car. And they are living a little bit in the countryside, not in a big town, very countryside. And My father-in-law just retired his job, and he has been focusing on his everything to the contribution to his hometown to be one of the unprofitable, the chief of chief I don't know how to say, deputy chief operation chief CFO, no, CEO, not CEO,
CFO,
but
Chief
he has
Financial
just become the
Executive.
leader of the one of the non-profit organization of the local town countryside where he has been living.
Sorry, CFO was that Chief Financial Officer or Operator or something like that.
He just turned 72 years old, and my mother-in-law has became 68 years old, and my wife and me will have to take care of them. Maybe near soon. I don't know when, but they are still healthy, very healthy. But we don't know when they become a little bit difficult to live alone. So we have to pay biggest attention to their condition, health condition. So
Dude, this is good. This is something I've been thinking about for a while, and like I actually just talked to my my girlfriend that I was with for we actually we're not together anymore, but we got to actually talking the other day about like just marriage and stuff, and it was like why it didn't work out, and I've always been thinking about longer term, and and in her mind she just, oh, as a man you just gonna accept me for the things that I want, and it's like, look at what he's doing. This is the shit that I'm thinking about. Like, this is what I'm thinking about at 29 years old, you guys. This guy's 50. He has a home loan mortgage to take care of, parenting. He has to be then the parents of his wife and as well as himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the things you got to think about. And so, if I'm supposed to be the sole fucking provider of all this shit, you know what I'm saying, you guys? It needs to be by my rules. I need to, if I'm going to be the motherfucking person who's supposed to be responsible for this, I need shit to be in the way that I need it to be. This is a lot to take on. This is a tremendous amount on this plate. You know what I'm saying? And so like me personally, you guys, the way I feel about it is that in today's economy, right? And especially if you just don't see yourself making millions of dollars, millions, right? And even if I'm making millions, you guys, I still feel like it's so much better for everyone to just have big housing. Just get a big ass house. Everyone contributes a little bit of cash to the rent, you guys, and bring all the families in. You know what I'm saying? And I know that doesn't sound pretty, it doesn't sound nice, but it's the safest and the bestest thing to do to get great quality of life. Get an 8 bedroom fucking mansion, right? Bring the mother and the father in for both sides, right? Y'all, you guys have your own wing of the house. Me and my wife have our separate wing. The kids will have their own. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like that's so much better. It eases the financial burden. We're able to really take stock on each other's mental and physical conditions. It's an unpopular opinion, but this is something that I would want to consider thinking about if I were to ever get married. You know what I'm saying? Before I get married, like, I need to we need to consider this. We need to talk to the parents about this before I marry you. You know what I'm saying? This is and it's not unreasonable to think about this. You don't know what the future's going to be looking like. This right here, I feel like what I just presented to you is the safest plan, right? You don't know how the economy's going to go. You don't know what the careers are looking like for you can't control the careers and for the income of other people. And so you have to plan for the unplanned. And I think that's just the safest thing. We just get a big ass fucking house, big ass mansion, 10 bedroom house. Everyone contributes to the rent or to the mortgage or something shit like that, you guys. And let's just, just live good at that point.
another big problem. So and then back to my career, and I have been working at current company for 10 years now,
The fuck?
and I know I
What the fuck?
I know that
No.
I understand that I don't have any hope to be promoted anymore because of my position and because of my career and because of the condition and environment, everything. I know a lot because I have been working 10 years, and I don't see any future. And if you know, people in my age working at the similar company as I'm working now may get to be promoted to become the director or like a chairman or very important
Yeah,
positions.
but there's like fucking one position for that. And so you're competing with all the other people who have spent their life dedicated to that company. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say like there's a guy that I'm working with. We're the same age, right? I think he's like a year younger than me. He's been working at fucking Chipotle for 7 years. I'm 29, you guys. I've had 50 jobs. I've touched 100,000 several times, you guys. I've done so many fucking things. I know so much, you guys. It's I don't. I think there's a time and place to put a lot of work in, right? So like my mom, for instance, right? She works for the state. When you put a certain amount of time in with the state, you get benefits, lifetime benefits. That's worth it, right? You get, and she gets like a stipend from the state for the rest of her life once she puts a certain amount of time in. That's worth putting the time in, you guys. You don't put in all this time hoping for a dead end job. You're not gonna get promoted, you guys. It just doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Don't fall for it, you guys. Don't fucking fall for it.
But I'm not working at the top important position, and I'm not going to be promoted at there.
It's too
Actually,
much politics and stuff that goes on to it. It's not to say that he's not good at his job. It's not to say he's not the best at his job, but there's so much more that goes into getting in these positions that is so gray, and it's just better off not shooting for it. If you want it, go for it. But in my personal opinion, it's just better to not do that. It's like trying to bet on fucking winning the lottery, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like you're dedicating your entire life buying all these damn lottery tickets, hoping to win the fucking big ball. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not a good plan.
I don't want to become the directors or top leaders of the company. So this is not my hope. So I'm okay. I'm okay. But without the promotion, I have no hope. I have no hope. I I don't want to talk about the current job because if some of my colleagues watch my video and if she or he is pointing out that I'm making complaints, but I'm not complaining. I'm not making
No,
any
see,
complaints.
that's another. Oh no, oh no, you never mix work with the stuff that you got going on out here. Listen. I never tell anyone that I'm working with that I do YouTube. I never tell anyone that shit. You know why? Because there could be a Karen, a snitch, some Hitler Youth type shit where a person is gonna come to the like, oh yeah, I heard him say this or that. Like what? No, no, you never tell people that. No, this is a secret. It's a secret.
Complaints against my. I'm happy with the current job, but I'm 50 years old now, and I have been already working 10 years now. I don't see any hope in it. And actually, maybe some of you may say like, I should change my job.
Man,
But
fuck
I
that. You need to get into trading. That's what you need to do. Spend 5, 10 years, bro. You'll be good, man. Like, come on. You're already gonna spend 5, 10 years living and doing all this shit, bro. Dedicate 5 to 10 years to learn how to trade. You be alright.
don't have any other companies that I want to work right now. So that's another problem. I used to I used to have some hope to change my job, to change my career. Like 3 years ago or 4 years ago, I thought that I would, I would change my career. I would change my job, but I didn't actually. And now it has been 10 years now, and now I'm become I have been I just became 50 years old now, and then looking at the
Be like that.
the job opportunities. 50 years old Japanese, typical Japanese people who has nothing, just nothing. I only have the marketing. I'm in the marketing actually now, and before marketing, I have experience in sales representative 10 years. So this is my career, marketing 13 years and 10 years in sales representative, and I'm not going to become sales representative again. Maybe I would like to focus on my career into marketing. But 50 years old now, and looking at the job
You
opportunities,
got to start from the bottom
and
again.
with my condition that I'm not a director, I'm just the manager of the small group. So this is not big enough for me to uh, have the good opportunity, better opportunities than current position, current condition. So my income level is a little bit, I think, little bit above the average. So, and again, I'm not going to make any complaint.
Here's the deal about it, right? This is something that I also learned when I was doing loans, you guys. You could be making 100, 200,000 fucking dollars a year. But if you got a $2,000, $3,000 home loan mortgage, you got a $800 car note, you spend $1,000 a month on your fucking children, you got all this, you know what I'm saying? Like, how much money do you really? You don't have. You're not really saving money. You're bringing in a lot of money, and this is what I saw a lot of times. I'd come across people trying to buy houses or refinance their properties. Right? They're bringing in a good amount of money, right? Husband's bringing in 100,000, the wife's bringing in like 80 or something like that. So their household income is 200,000. But they got 3, 4 car notes. They got their $2,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, and this is something that I unfortunately had to learn the hard way. When you start making a lot of money, don't just go buying lavish shit, man. What I should have did now looking back, and I really hate that I didn't do this. I learned some good things living off on my own, but what I should have did before was once I made that money, all that money, I should have just stayed with my parents. I should have just stayed with my family and just stack up a lot of cash and think of the next plan, right? But instead, I went off on my own and I had $3, $4,000 a month of overhead that I could have dropped down to at least 2,000, right? And a lot of that money could have went to my family for a good use, but instead it went to the fucking ether. You know what I'm saying? Like, but hey, what do I know?
I guess my current position, I'm happy with them, working now. So I'm not making any complaints. But looking at the other open positions for the other companies, I think I don't have any good opportunities for me. So that's another problem. So these are the many concerns. These are the concerns I have now. So that's why I don't see any bright future in next to 10 years. I don't know what I should do next to 10 years. So please somebody can help me to come up with a good idea and a good advice.
I feel for you, man. I feel for you. Let's look at what the comments say, man. This is what YouTube was made for. So much more interesting than podcasts are talking about productivity, personal finance, or whatever. Someone across this video as a 22-year-old. I'm stressing at this age. It's an eye opener. Hello, I'm Asian, 40 plus, just unemployed. Here I found this video more and people were making me feel better. A 29-year-old man from New Zealand sitting on office work and it hits home. I think foreigner who lived 10 years. I've never heard a Japanese talking about something like this. I'm 23 and my dad is 70. My dad has a pension and takes care of me. He buys me coffee and drives me to work. His mortgage does 15 years. I went blind in one eye recently. Just got a 60K annual job and living at home until I get married. 60K, that's not bad, man. At 23. Let me see. I made 23. I'm first 100,000 at 25, 26. Hey man, I'm 34 and blessed to have my father who's 76. I don't plan on living in your current home. But first off, that's a smart. This is a smart guy right here. 60K, you could get your own apartment with 60K, but it's so much smarter to stay at home. I was born when my dad was 46. It's no big deal. I'm 26 now. He's a great dad. This is my personal opinion. I'm gonna just write something. Hey, wow, that plea for help at the end really tugged at my heart, man. I keep talking about this, you guys. I went to the like if you look it up, the actual statistics for men who self delete is 4 times the rate of women, and mainstream media could give a fuck less, you guys. This world is not set up for men. Don't listen and don't believe that. Whatever people say, you guys, we are disposable. We are worker ants. That's what the world is right now. There's too many men, and the women are they're the ones that get treated great. You know what I'm saying? This is the life that a lot of men are going to lead. This is what drives a lot of men to not want to live anymore. You know what I'm saying? This shit is not easy, you guys. And so it really tugs at my heart. I'm so happy this got 500,000 views on it, you guys. This is great, man. Supplements, additional income on top of your current job. Wish all the best for you. Thank you for your words. Man. Whew. That's rough. That's rough. And so I guess to kind of top it off, man, this is a longer video than I thought it was gonna be. In my personal opinion, I think that we it's unfortunate, and it's also a very good thing that there are so many lies being spread, and the veil is over so many eyes of a lot of people in this world. It's unfortunate because he probably is looking back at his life like, where, how the fuck did this happen? When I was 18, 19, 20, I did not think I was going to be put in this position that I'm in right now. You know what I'm saying? So I think we are blessed to be in a time, especially if you're younger, to come across a plethora of videos on the internet, right? And so people like myself, right, and this guy in general, um, are a lot like this is the type of content that I think people need to actually start ingesting a lot more. And once again, like, I'm just so happy to see this has a 500,000 views, you guys. This is so much better than fucking seeing Kaisenat do sleep on stream, right? It's so much better than watching I Show Speed go to South Korea. You know what I'm saying? But those are entertaining and it's love it. I love it. You know, I'm not throwing any, I'm not throwing any shade or anything at them, but this is the type of stuff that like is real. You know what I'm saying? There's not gonna be a lot of fucking I Show Speeds out there, Kaisenats, and like so. If you gotta take your life seriously. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I think that when it comes to mortgages, when it comes to finances and things like that, you guys, I think it's just so much smarter to just pull your resources together. It's a tough world. It's a tough economy. You don't know what it's going to look like in the future. The Your wages aren't going to increase the way that prices of food and prices of just everyday living are increasing. And even if you are making over $100,000, $200,000, you guys, it's just one emergency, one accident, you know what I'm saying, that happens that puts you in a disadvantage. That's exactly what happened to me, you guys. I was in some very great white collar positions, and AI happened, interest rates skyrocketed off. So two amazing dream jobs I got laid off of. You know what I'm saying? And so now I'm in a situation where I'm talking to companies. Companies are asking me, "Oh, well, can you describe your previous jobs?" And like I see that they can't understand what I've done. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in a point in my career where there's not a lot of jobs that I can do that, for one, will pay me the same amount of money that I was being paid. Two, can even challenge me the way that my previous jobs were challenging me. And then three, like it's not even it's like it's just I'm too good for that. I hate to say it like that, you guys, but I'm at a point where I'm overqualified for so many jobs. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where you've got to really start thinking of an escape plan out of this rat race. Me personally, it was learning about the world. I needed to learn about finances. I needed to learn about how money works. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn about trading, learn about the interest financial markets. You know, I had to learn about how mortgages work, what props up the economy and shit like that. You guys, that stuff's so fucking important. I started this YouTube channel like what 4 years ago, something like that. You guys, this right here is it's not to get like famous or shit like that, but this right here is just you never know what'll happen, right? You never know what'll happen. You can make a video just like this, right? This guy, look, I'll show you something super quick, right? If you go to Ask Japan, look at his channel. He's made damn near 2,000 videos, damn near 2,000 videos, you guys, right? And just 2 weeks ago, his previous you know what I'm saying, like look at this, you know what I'm saying, 6 years ago this video made 300,000 views on it. He hasn't You just never know what'll happen, you guys. You never know what'll happen. And so I think it's always important to, especially when you're playing the lottery of YouTube and shit like that, you guys, I think it's just really good to just start it. This is a lottery. You never know what'll happen, you guys. And so when it comes to marriage, unfortunately, it sucks because a lot of great women out there, um, there are a lot of good women out there, and I can speak for myself in a situation where, I just wish that a lot of, actually, I'll just make another video on this. I'll end this one, man. All right, I'll see y'all in the next video. It's your brother Trey.